Hi, lover babies. So I was cracking open one of my old journals that I started in high school. I'm really grateful for my dad's example of being an epic journal writer, and also so many people in our family. Mind you, also, it's like part of the ritualistic practices of being raised Mormon is keeping record. And I'm really grateful for that, even though I don't practice Mormonism anymore and don't agree with all of the lore. It is something I'm really grateful for. In this very journal is where I wrote about my son visiting me before he came into my body as a spirit. I'm so grateful that I have that, so I know that I didn't delusionally make it up. Anyhoozle. So I had opened up this journal. I've got boxes and cupboards full of journals and notebooks, and this one is from September 6th, 2006. So this is right after I graduated high school. And the reason why I was prompted to come look at this particular passage is I was doing a tarot spread for myself, and it was leading me to go back to a list that I had made years ago, and I have many of them. This is the first one that popped in my mind, though, of all of my goals that I wanted to achieve in this lifetime, and to go look at it and see how many, if not all of them, I've checked off. Mind you, except for going abroad for schooling, for cooking and fashion and history, like architecture and all the lore. And also reading all the complete works of Shakespeare. I've done maybe 40%. So this is from 2006. I'm so proud of me. I love me so much. If you have lists that you've made in the past, go look at them and go do this with yourself. It brought me so much love for myself, especially in this digital age as a millennial. How much of our attention is put into this or put into subscriptions or other things that are distracting us from living our lives, living our purpose, and exploring and experimenting with this experience. All right, and so as I'm going through this list, I'm marking it with a different color thing. You can't see it in that. I wrote in yellow pen in 2006, and yesterday, as I was going through this in the evening time, I put little orange check marks or little information on next to them. And then on the next page, there's this beautiful, one of my favorite, I guess, quotes from a Shakespeare play that I wanted to read. Because I know for myself, in many different eras of this lifetime, there have been great exoduses, and each one of those great exoduses has put me into a form of isolation to restore my energies into the alignment frequencies that I was integrating into moving in a new direction. And in doing that, we have great exoduses, not only from the internal worlds, but we also have exponential exoduses in our external worlds, and oftentimes that means us losing dear loved ones and or friends and or communities and or all of the above. And I know I'm not the only one that is going through this right now, as we are, as light workers and star seeds and healers and all of the things that we can identify with as archetypes in this reality, in this incarnation. That many of us are going through this exodus right now because there's this great bifurcation happening on this planet and with consciousness and with soul. And do not fret in losing friends. I want to read this poem to you now. All right. Everyone that flatters thee is no friend in misery. Words are easy like the wind. Faithful friends are hard to find. He that is thy friend indeed, he will help thee in thy need. If thou sorrow, he will weep. If thou wake and cannot sleep, thus of every grief in heart, he with thee doth bear a part. These are certain signs to know faithful friends from flattering foes. William Shakespeare. I'm so grateful for artists and self-expression and the beautiful catharsis that art brings us as artists, and also how magical it is that art through time touches many, many, many of us along our journey. And I am personally so grateful to be evoked by the arts and to also share the artist's soul. It is a blessing, and it is not for the faint of heart, as we carry the torch of light and of love and of curiosity. I know in my last mirroring meditation, I was sharing about very intimate parts of my life, which is incredibly vulnerable, right? And in that incredible vulnerability, we get to collectively share a deepening of intimacy, because every time we meet one another in intimacy, we deepen vulnerability, and vice versa. Every time we meet one another in a deepening of our vulnerability, we deepen our intimacy. And how we deepen intimacy in every relationship, in every node of connection, is through conflict resolution, and that is even within the cells of our body. And it is a gift to meet each other in that problem solving. And it is so important to me that we do share these forms of, one, conflict resolution in the space of allowing each other to move in the direction that it is that we are being pulled into through the alignment of our innateness, in our wholeness, of our whole soul embodying into this incarnation of our bodies in this beautiful realm that we share on earth together. And as I share these things, it's imperative to know this is not a space for trauma bonding. What this is a space for is awareness. What this is a space for is vulnerability and sharing intimacy and exploring and investigating those shadows of ourselves and of each other, and that mirror that we reflect back and forth. So, as I and we share in this beautiful space, all things are done with unconditional love and stewarding one another in this process. You are not isolated. You are not alone. You are in your chrysalis era. Again, our sweet divine loves. And we are in it with you, because this is part of our human experience. And what a gift it is to rewrite the stories. And if you're a nerd, I am so excited to nerd out more about like quantum physics and these new breakthroughs that are coming through, how time is not linear. And as we rewrite the past, we are also rewriting the future. And what a beautiful gift that we get to build communities centered in this. So, all things in unconditional love, all things in regeneration, and all things benevolent coming through these connections and these sharings and these intimacies and vulnerabilities and these curiosities and explorations and sharings. So much sharing to be done. So excited. And on that note, I am grateful to be an awakener. I am grateful to be a bearer of light. I'm grateful to be a mother tree, grounding in divinity here on earth as not only a satellite for earth, but also a satellite into the macro and micro of all life. So may this shorter mirroring meditation be our reminder that we never, nor will we ever, do anything alone, and that we can tap into community, that we can tap into connection, that we can co-create a beautiful, gorgeous, stunning reality for generations to come in regeneration and symbiosis and sustainable homeostasis for our bodies and for one another and the environment. And I'm so grateful to be able to share my intimate life experiences, all of them from the life experiences that have been lived to working with billionaires intimately, to being an artist that is a single parent, all of it. All the ups, all the down, all the good, all the bad, and everything in between, which is our favorite place. It is the space of quantum, infinite possibilities. It is the essence of the Mama, the creator of all life and all possibilities. That in between is so yummy. And again, as we are in our chrysalis eras, our chrysalist eras, we are in the in-between, in that space, and we're all ooey and gooey, and we're going to be so fuzzy and colorful and beautiful and following methyl traces through our 5 generations prior, picking up on chemical imprints on milkweed. Are you kidding? Welcome to the space. We will digress often in special interests, especially with nature. Do not forget, lovers, we are nature. We are the nature that we nurture as we awaken out of the digital age into our innate soul, into our innate nature of this human costume that we're wearing in this time, in this beautiful world. Ugh. We are the same as birds. We are the same as whales. We are the same as these beautiful butterflies following methyl traces. We follow chemical pathways. We follow electrical magnetic pathways. We follow piezoelectric energies. We follow all of these. You and I, we follow truth. And as we come into our truth, as we return our attention back to ourselves, into our innateness, into our wholeness, embodied in this present moment, in this present body, in this now, with unconditional love and awe, we are unable to deny what is before our eyes. When we show up for truth, truth shows up for us and with us. Return back to yourselves. We are in an era where this Instagram thing, like I've been shadow banned for like 2 years now. This is why we have our Patreon and our YouTube and are creating much more. So come on, let's go, babies. We are gonna have so much fun. We invite you to join our regenerative community. We have so much to share together. This is a regenerative symbiosis space. We have so much to share. We've been working on so many projects, and that so many people don't know about for like 9 years plus. And oh my God, we know you have too. Like, the reason that this is happening now, for me particularly, is because Uranus was in my sign in a particular way. And I was getting so frustrated. I was like, oh, why isn't it happening? I'm working hard. I'm doing other things. I'm showing up. I'm not going out. I'm doing blah, 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 blah. And the universe is like, finally, like, okay, you done? Do you see it now? This is time. Which means, Avi, you're ready too now. Which is why I'm showing up here now with these things that are part of a platform and an integration of regenerative community and new structure formations and system building that I've been working on diligently for 9 years. And one of the reasons why I started working for billionaires, so I could understand how to bring these things about, because these other people were my mentors. Mind you, they actually weren't mentors, they were energy harvesters. So, food for thought. One of the beautiful things that comes out of meeting that shadow aspect of ourselves, of no longer needing external validation. Hi, bye. I've got it all in me, and my ancestors and guides and star family and all of the above surrounding and supporting this, not just in me, but in we are doing this. There is no such thing as separation. There is no such thing as oneness, as just one, outside of the one creator, which is the all, which is us. The one is all. So, let's go, babes. It's time to play. Let's get off of these platforms. Let's build new things. Let's create together. And for those that stayed until the very end, also, if you like my paintings, check them out on my website. This is from my series. I won't show you my whole room because I'm doing laundry. From Grounded Red Rocks. You can see my pile of laundry there. And that one too. Anyways, check them out on my website. And for those who stayed until the end, I'm going to do a little card pull from a deck that I have for starseeds and join a community. We're up on the BoobTube, the YouTube, and Patreon, and on our website. So we have so much more to share and build together. And we're so excited. We love love, and we love connection, and we love co-creation. What a gift. Mwah. This is the beautiful oracle deck that we'll be using, called the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is done by Danielle Noel. So let's see what card we get today. Oh, let's come out. This one. Right, what we have here. Lost lands. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. There's a beautiful turtle. Lots of water and columns. Atlantean, Lemurian fields. This gorgeous waterfall floating in the sky. Lost lands. The world is more ancient than our documented history suggests. As souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were much more advanced than ours today. As we begin to remember these times, the remembering and the gifts can come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as a species. You're being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation, or bring an idea to life, but feel unprepared, this card is calling you to consider that you've done this before. Perhaps your soul has wisdom beyond your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hints and ideas your receiving are divinely guided. Perhaps you've been preparing for this time. Some think that lost lands exist in the past. Others believe they exist today in a different dimension. I believe these ancient lands also exist in the souls of those who experienced them. If this card comes to you, perhaps the wisdom of lost lands, such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Avalon, exist within you. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your soul, you may unlock the seeds of these ancient lands so we can all learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age. There's an activation, so if you would like to do that, place your hands over your heart, holding this intention, and say in your mind or out loud, I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from all lifetimes. Thank you.